The Genshin Impact 3.6 livestream for once actually was pretty surprising to me. There's a lot of stuff in here from free characters in really a ton of different events. It's not just like 3 that they usually show. It was like 6 or 7 or 8 different events. Now you might not like all of them, but let's just get into the live stream recap. Now first they were showcasing Baizhu, going over his skills and kit. If you want to see my entire reaction and break it down a little bit and how I think it may or may not be useful to you, there's a separate video for that. Basically he's a healer shielder character. He works as a Dendro support character. You're going to be able to break his shield very easily and apply buffs and heal your team with that. Next up is going to be Kaveh here, who's going to be a sort of Dendro application DPS 4-star. Traditionally, yes, 4-star DPS. Are they as good as 5-star DPS? No, but he's got this unique mechanic where he heals himself off of the different Dendro core damages that you would do to yourself, such with Bloom or Burgeon. And he looks like he could be a very solid driver in those teams for that reason. You don't really have to have a healer to sort of mitigate that damage you take anymore. And he also does have this weird wonky mechanic where he can just detonate Dendro cores on demand, just like Baizhu. There's a separate video if you want to go over all of the different stuff for that character. Now, the Parade of Providence is going to be the main sort of event we have right here. We're going to be accessing a free Farazan from this event, and this is the event that's going to have a lot of different sort of types of events within them. Now, you might not like all of the events in here. I didn't like all of the events that they showcased in here as well, but there are going to be a ton of different events just from this one event. This one here, for instance, looks to be sort of like a constellation puzzle where you need to match the different stars, the different elevations, and make a different sign. This is going to be one of the events that you can take part in this event. Another thing we're going to have here is sort of an obstacle course that you create yourself. Now, I've seen people do this in their Serenity Pot where they make mazes just for fun. This seems to be more in line with that. It's sort of like you have so many different objects you can put in the world and you need to figure out a way to make it from point A to point B. This is kind of fun. Hopefully this has co-op as well and it's not just single player, but I don't think they mentioned that. If they did, I missed it. Now we're gonna have something that near and dear to my heart. It's just hot and cold. Reminds me of Chocobo Hot and Cold. It's just a hot and cold game where you're going to be finding, it's an archaeology thing apparently, you're going to be finding different hidden treasures out in the world of Tevat, which is fine. You know, this is okay. You're going to have to sort of explore. A lot of people might be a little annoyed. I hope they don't have a treasure on top of a mountain or anything to make me really frustrated. But this is going to be one of the things that we can do there as well. Now, if you like battle stuff, we'll talk about that in a minute. But if you like to listen to stories, if Deckard Cain is your man, you want to sit a while and listen, there's an entire event in here where you just have to listen to people. Now, battle enjoyers, battle lovers, we've got battle content for you. We've seen stuff like this before as time limit events. I wish we see more of this as permanent content in Genshin. Haha, wink, wink, 3 years in. But if you're enjoying battle content, this is still a part of that one event. Speaking of that one event, we're also going to have this as a type of mini event for you to do as well. If you like picking up coins, playing a little arcade simulator, that's going to be a big enjoy for you there. Now that's going to wrap up the Parade of Providence, which you're going to want to do this, get the free Farazan, especially if you're a Farazan Animo enjoyer, you need some more constellations. There's going to be this thing, part of the event as well, where each of the different events is basically relegated to one of the different characters. How that works exactly, what we're going to be seeing for the final one there, and what this sort of means is really going to be left up to interpretation. We're also going to have a new Hangout series. If you like the Hangout series, Layla is going to be here. There's going to be series 9 of the Hangouts. I've done like 3 of them, maybe. We also have the Fulminating Sandstorm, which is going to be another event for us to do. This is going to be a Wayna inspired. We're basically going to be trying to figure out what's going on with the Wayna, why the Wayna's being a little bit of a big mean boy. All right, so that's going to be another event for us to look forward to. And this is going to be another battle content event. So, you know, we're going to be out there doing stuff. It's fine. You know, we're going to be turning these lights on. Apparently, we're firing things. Boom, big snakes. Boom, big snakes. All right, which is going to lead us into the Brewing Developments event, which is going to be another battle style content event. Now, this is going to be like, this is the 3rd event that we've showcased already. One of the events is like 6 different styles of gameplay and 3 more here, which I think is a little bit above average par for the course for Genshin. Who knows how they're going to have these rewards distributed. Free character was in the first one. These ones look like they're going to be the secondary and tertiary events here for 3.6 as well. But hey, as long as it doesn't have a ton of cutscenes in it that are unskippable, I can get in there. New players can get in there. Returning players can get in there, get the events done, have fun. I'm going to be all about this stuff. So, and then overflowing masteries taking a return here. This is one of my favorite things that happens every once in a while, where we just get bonus rewards for spending our resin. I mean, who can really fault that? This is one of the best events they've had in Genshin Impact ever. Now we have new artifacts here. So 2 sets here. We have the Nymph's Dream, which is a big hydro damage bonus set. 2-piece hydro damage 15%. 4-piece your normal charge and plunging attacks and elemental skills and elemental bursts. When they hit opponents, you're gonna gain stacks for this 4-piece. And this 4-piece can max out at 30 stacks, increasing your hydro damage by another 15%, as well as giving 25% attack as well. So this is gonna be a great hydro DPS set, probably the best one in Genshin Impact. So if you're a hydro DPS main, you might want to think about farming up this set. We also have the second set, which I'm just gonna call the Glow. 2-piece is going to be 20% health, and this set is made specifically for Dehya, because you can increase your damage for your elemental burst and elemental skill damage by taking damage. It's going to increase it by 10% each, and then you're going to be able to gain 5 stacks, each one increasing it by another 8%. And then we're gonna have a new area unlocked in Sumeru. We're going to love this. I always love new areas in Genshin. More stuff to explore, more chests to find, more open world exploration, different things you need to do. Mechanics, I think, is what they're called in the video game industry. More mechanics out there. So I'm interested in the new 3.6 location. You let me know how you feel about that down below. But what's going to be a new area without a new event in their area? We have the Recollector's Path, where we're going to be doing various activities to, well, gain rewards. But that is not the only thing here. This is going to be the coolest thing. This is the new boss we're having. I forget the name, but it's like the Avatar: The Last Airbender bad guy edition. So this is going to be pretty much a herald that has pyro as well as electro as well as cryo, and looks like a little bit hydro or darkness here as well. Designed super cool. Then we have these guys, which look awesome. These guys are the sickest. They remind me of oh so many things. The Yagudo from Final Fantasy 11. Are they in 14 yet? I don't know. But these guys look sick. These look like they're going to be, you know, tougher than your average guy, sort of like how we had those enemies in the Underground Chasm, which were pretty cool. These guys are looking sick. There's a scythe there. So can we get a polearm that looks like a scythe? I know we're not going to get a new class with a scythe, but can we get a polearm that uses a scythe? Can I play as one of these guys? I don't know. They look pretty sick. All right, now, so we have a new boss as well. A new boss, which means, yes, you're going to have to probably farm this up for Baizhu materials if you want to level your Baizhu, because he's probably going to use the new boss's materials. Looks pretty cool. Looks like a very deserty dragon that kind of fell to the darkness. I could definitely see this in like Kids Monster Hunter one day, a Monster Hunter like kids version. I don't know. Hopefully he's not too much of a pain in the butt. Hopefully he doesn't just go down instantaneously though either. As you can see, he's going to have a little bit of mechanics, a little bit of flying dragons. I'm a little sick of flying dragons, Mr. Wonut. All right, Mr. Wonut flying around. Hopefully he's not that bad though. And hopefully we don't see this man in the abyss ever, because he literally is just flying in the background and there's cutscenes that play. So please don't put this in the abyss, please. We also have new Archon quest, well, new story quest. All right. Not saying it's an Archon quest, new story quest for Nahida, which is going to be something for us to get in there and access as well. This is going to be the Serpentella chapter act 3 here. And if you haven't seen yet, they are rerunning Nahida in 3.6 as well as Nilou as well. So Nahida, one of the best characters, as is most Archons, for a free-to-play player to gain access to, because they're so easy to use, because most Archons have a really high floor for their power level, and also a lot of the times a really high ceiling for their power level. Nilou coming back is going to offer up players that super awesome Bloom playstyle if you want to be playing with her. She's one of the characters I wish I could just like go in and max out for free and just have on my account, so I have that access to that unique playstyle. Sadly, I don't, so I probably won't. But if you want it, it's there for you guys. Let me know how you feel about the Genshin Impact 3.6 version update. Hopefully we'll be getting our way into Fontaine stuff pretty soon. I know 3.5 is a little bit of a letdown. 3.6, there's going to be some stuff to do, at least. Exploration, a bunch of events, and then new characters and old returning characters for you too. And in my opinion, at least 3.6 is going to have things to keep me busy and interested and engaged in Genshin Impact. And if you're one of the players that wants the new characters or the returning characters, that's there for you too. I'm looking forward to more stuff coming out in my casual escape for Genshin Impact here, coming into Fontaine.